Played Southwest hard, but now we're getting ready for Southwest and Volunteer State women's basketball. So Coach Lee's talking to them, getting them ready. Here's starting lineups. They'll have their number 15, Nakisha Stentz. Looks like there's going to be some speed for Southwest. Here's a 5'11" freshman. Good-looking athlete. Probably can jump real well. So we'll see what happens with Volunteer State. They're getting their last. Cartwright is going to be one of the starters. Shelby Clay will be starting. Samantha Parker did great job yesterday controlling the team. Point guard Kendra Duke. Lindsay Phillips is back. Getting ready for this tip-off for the second game today from Pickle Fieldhouse, Richard Moore Gymnasium.
Coach
Welcome
Sherlin.
back, Bill.
Well, thank you very much, Coach Sherlin. If this game is anything like we saw in the first one, it will be fun to do.
Yeah. Well, it probably will. Usually it's a good battle between Southwest and Volunteer State. And it's just boys or girls. They both go at it real hard. You know Southwest's going to be athletic.
Yes, they are.
Don't know what kind of shooting they have, but you know they'll go to the boards and they'll try to get some second chances. So let's see what happens.
Ball is up, and the tip is controlled, and it will go to the folks from Volunteer State College. And underneath, there's a spin. Shot is up. It comes out. No good. Rebound taken away, and running into the front court will be Southwest. Long shot. Wow, Coach. That's a long jumper right there. Into the front. In underneath, shot is up, power move, partially blocked, and it will go back down, running very quickly. Kicked off to the right side, shot is in the air. This one is good as well. Well, everybody comes out firing, Coach.
They do. They tell you what, there's no letting up. They want to fire that rock.
And I'm sure both teams got a chance to come back out, and I'm sure both teams had a chance to say, we want to have as much excitement as the men's game was. Shot missed, fought far, grabbed away, and we're going to run. We're going to, I guess, see one running team, would you say, and one team that would like to have a power game. And just as we talk about that, the Lady Pioneers take it and pull it on in and say, okay, we've got the basketball. Early in the game, Coach Eddie Sherlin is to my right, and Coach Lee is walking the sidelines for Volunteer State Community College. Look underneath, shot up, it is rolling good.
That's that left-hander from Kendra Duke.
We saw Duke really play some fine basketball. Here's a long jumper in the corner. This one is a three-pointer, and it's good. Moving in a hurry, and they'll do just that too, was Soward. Soward pops it up and good, and down will come. Here's a power move, little hook shot up, and the little hook shot is up and good by Phillips. Phillips has it, Coach. I hope you have a roster.
Yeah,
I have one, and I'll
do.
hold one here too. That's unusual for us both to have a roster. Over on the left side. Thought about shooting it back around again. Here comes Southwest down the lane. Now it is dumped off. 7-8 foot jump shot up, and it's a pretty shot. It's up, and it is good. So both clubs, that's Bergen who pops that one in. 11-4. Shot up and good, and there is a foul. It was Shelby Clay who had worked her way free, Coach, and then she powers it up. The last game we did, it seems like yesterday, was that you said VolState had the size to play a power game. Do you feel that as they're going against a very athletic and quick basketball team?
Well, I do think that, and I think that's the only way they can play the game with the talent they've got. They've got some big players. They need to keep getting it inside. That was a great play where they passed it around 3 times and got it inside, and end up with a 3-point play. So
Clay is there, the 6 foot forward out of West Limestone, Alabama, puts it through. It's 11-7. Deep right, round the horn, they work it, then they lob it underneath, try to get it in the lane, kick it back out. Here comes some speed, driving layup is good. A floater and a nice play by Mitchell. Mitchell floats one in, 13-7. Southwest with the lead. VolState has an opening. Shot is up. Is that a 3, Coach?
yes, it is.
It was a 3 for Lindsey Phillips. Down Southwest, baseline right. They turn, double team. Now there's an open 20-footer, up and good. Wow, they're both firing.
Man, I don't know.
LaKenja Stennis hit that one. She's out of Lexington, Kentucky. We'll talk more about these rosters in a moment. VolState looking. Here comes a jumper in the lane. Good. On the return, Parker got it.
Man.
Got a nice speed there. Floats one from about 12. Good. 16-12. Bang, bang, bang. Everybody's shooting. Again, deep in that corner. Coach Sherlin looks at me and said, I wish I had some of that. Soured. Rams one home from deep left.
They're shooting great from outside.
Long pass. VolState has an opening. There's a flat shot that won't go. She didn't jump. That's a push shot, I guess. Missed it. It did go deep and come back out, but would not fall for Shelby Clay. Now VolState appears to be in a 2-3 zone, looking to control those backboards offensively and defensively. Jumping in the lane. They bank one off. That's Stennis. Stennis says she got fouled. Probably did, but it wasn't called, and it's 21-12. VolState, long shot, way, way short. Rebounded, and Southwest wants to run. Here they come. Layup is rolling, no good. Rebound, no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by nobody. We're going to jump it probably.
Man.
Oh, no, we're not. Going to be a foul, Coach. It was a foul called on. Obviously, Southwest. Or was?
Yeah, it was. I think it was number 25.
That's what I was going to guess, but I didn't think Stallings was anywhere close to the play. 5:14 left, opening quarter. Several people said, how can you have a game where you scream so much time left in a half, then you come back and so much time left in a quarter? Well, they play quarters here in the women. Here comes Southwest. Driving the length of the floor a little too hard. Way too hard, as a matter of fact. Back down comes VolState. Now this young lady, I think, can play. I asked you, being a former coach, to tell me about it. Here's a shot, push, deep left side, no good. It was Parker who set that one up. The shot was there, just would not fall for Lindsey Phillips. Ball goes out of bounds, turn it over to Southwest. 21-12. This could be, if they continue at this pace, a high-scoring basketball game for Southwest. We're in the first quarter, 4:32, unless I took more time downstairs than I thought.
Well, no, the Southwest is just running with the ball.
Here they take the baseline, they dump it off, shot is up there, and there is a foul, contact. They take the baseline and it came racing on the left side, and Bergen flips it over and gets it to teammate, and standing on the line shooting will be ARGUE Arger.
You know, it looks to me like, Bill, that yesterday's game's taken a lot out of Volunteer State, because they're sort of sluggish. They're not. If they don't kick it in gear, they're not going to be able to stay up with this Southwest team running up and down the floor.
Out of Natchez, Mississippi. Second toss up. This one is no good. Rebound, Volunteer State. With it, Parker. Parker with a left-handed dribble, crosses the time mark, whips it over to the right side. They look and find Cartwright. Give back to Parker, back to Cartwright, deep in the corner. They lob it underneath, had it open for a moment, turn around, jump shot, up and good. Pretty play. Now there's the size we're looking for, and with the size is Bowman. She is 6'2". That helps to have her underneath.
Yes, it does.
And she has a nice touch. Back cut, they missed the cut on that one. They're dribbling out front. Here they come. Southwest wanted to shoot it long. They did. Shot short, fought for, picked up long, finally controlled by the Pioneers. Lady Pioneers with it. Front court, there's Parker. Parker is bothered, has to have help, gets it, and Cartwright. Cartwright is way deep. Now to the corner, top of the circle, in underneath, there's an open play. It is up, it is short. We missed what could have been an easy shot, but it was bothered to and just couldn't get it to fall. Front court, Southwest. Along the baseline, did she run out of bounds? They say no. Goes to the floor hard. Was there a foul? They say no. Southwest controlling way to the left. Did it go? No. Long bound taken away by Volunteer State's Denisha Bowman. Bowman again, 6'2", out of Whites Creek High School. Over on the right side, they look. Cartwright, very slow now. They're deliberate setting it up. Parker says move it over. They are looking with 2:46 left, opening quarter, at a deficit of 22-14. They come at the line. They shoot the jumper off the glass. Good.
Very nice shot by
Samantha Parker was out of Station Camp High School. Here comes Southwest. Shot up. The official says it's a charge against Southwest. Substitutions coming on for Volunteer State. Shelby Clay re-enters the lineup. Here comes Stennis out. Coming on will be Middlebrooks out of Griffin, Georgia. I'm looking at the number of the states, if you get a chance, that are represented on this roster. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 different states that they recruit from, which is indicative of what kind of program they have. They meaning Southwest. They have the basketball, working around the fringe. 2:04 left, opening quarter. Driving. Contact, nothing called. Shot is up there, and from the left side, deep was Kimbrough. Good. 24-16. Ball State. Kind of casual like with the toss of left hand. Now underneath, they have contact. There's a shot out front. It's going to be good. It's a three-pointer. Three-pointer by Samantha Parker. Parker just taking her time, very calmly rams that one home from three-point range. 24-19, 1:29 left in the opening quarter. Deep, deep corner, kicking it back out on a wing, back top of the circle now. Here's Southwest Tennessee. Corner right side, she walked with it, no call. Back top of the circle, down the lane, shot is kind of dumped off. Actually had the shot and just kind of dumped it off for a tougher shot, but it was there and good for Taylor Argue. Right side. Ball State hit. Whistle sounded, but no call. Actually, the whistle did sound, and the official just didn't do it. Coach Lee's up saying, well, I heard the whistle, but the hand didn't go up to make the call. It is 52.4 seconds left on a 26-19 Southwest lead. Dribbling of the basketball, left hand, crosses the time mark, comes top of the circle, waits for him to spread it out, dribbles it some more, starts down the lane, wants to put it up herself, and it is maybe touch. No, it's just a shot off the glass and out of bounds, and will go to the Lady Pioneers. 26-19. Eddie Sherlin is to my right, former All-State player. Too many sports for me to mention. Pro baseball player, excellent golfer, pro everything. Shot is up there, and former coach. Shot is up, and it's a pretty one this time, and good for Robinson. Back down comes Southwest. There's the fake shot, short. Rebound. There's that 6'2" height that Ball State needs. They get it. 11 seconds left. 26-21. Do they have time to get the shot underway? They're going to have to do it. There's contact. Here's the 3 seconds. Put it up. There's the jumper. It is up, and it rims out. No good. Well, we've played once. Seems like longer than that, but a high-scoring game, 26-21. Bill Button, Eddie Sherlin with Volunteer State and Southwest Tennessee basketball, women's basketball. We will take 2 30-second breaks. Back after this from our stations.
Yeah.
I mean, emotionally tired too.
Yeah. It's just well, it's hard to get into it when there's nobody here.
I know. Yeah, and even people leaving now, you know.
And it's still a pretty good game right now.
Yeah, it's anybody's game, yeah.
I mean, if they'll pass it around, they shoot too many threes, in my opinion.
There's a lot of football on TV right now and basketball, Pat said. Playoffs are on now. So I'm sure our audience is not the largest.
Yeah.
Lady Pioneer basketball from Gallatin, Tennessee. Bill Button and Eddie Sherlin with you. Southwest out of Memphis. Ball State out of Gallatin, Tennessee. 26-21. Push shot up there, and it is good. She was left alone. It's like it's a 20-footer. I'm going to take it. 29-21, and did. Good shot. Ball State, top of the circle. They bring the big girl out, whip it over the right side. Circling back out of there, thought for a moment they'd shoot, did not. Taking their time. Now they start down the lane. The fake over on the right side. Here is the rangy 6'2" penetration by Volunteer State, and it is Bowman that should and will go to the line. Bowman again out of Whites Creek High School. The biggest player on the roster, although they have 6'1" White and 6'1" Harrison, and they have Clay listed at 6 foot. So 4 players over 6 foot.
Yeah, that's
still
good.
not the biggest team in the league, but still not bad at all. 29-22. It's tough, Coach. You've done it. You know how to do it. Playing back-to-back days, I'm sure.
It is tough. I mean, they played hard yesterday, and it's going to be tough to come back with somebody who runs as fast as Southwest. But they're hanging in there right now.
Yes,
so
they are.
We'll
29-23 on the left wing. Deep shot, no good. Bound, take it away, spin, kick back out. Southwest had a shot, decided to kick it back out, and now they penetrate and they walk with the basketball. Passed up that little 7 or 8 footer and kick it back out to somebody who was open. Maybe they wanted the 3. I'm not sure.
I guess.
Ball State,
that's what they're trying to do, is penetrate and dish back out.
And use their quickness to the right side. Here come the Lady Pioneers. They lob it underneath. That's that size. It is hit and blocked from behind. She thought she'd been fouled, and they say no. Back down will come Southwest. Weave, deep corner down the lane. Watch out for this one, a floater, and it hits the back of the rim. How that thing went through, I don't know, but it did. 31-23. Coach Lee ready to make a substitute, and we'll have that for you in just a moment. I think it's going to be Duke coming back in, and as we talk about that, ball thrown away. It seems, and Coach Sherlin is an astute observer of this because he has played it, coached it, that maybe, just maybe, Volunteer State a little tired physically and emotionally.
Yeah, I believe they are, Bill. They're not reacting as quick as they did yesterday. So
in a heck of a game. Bounce pass, corner shot passed up, deep wing. Now down the lane, they go that corner shot again. Is it a three? They missed everything. Rebound, Volunteer State. Lady Pioneers wanted to run, then they're cut off. They're double teamed, knocked out of bounds, no call. Then down to the front court, they have an open Blair shot with that second pass is good. That pass hit the hands of Bowman, and really, really quickly, she whips it over to Duke for the bucket. 31-25. Spinning, faking, looking. Baseline is open. Will they take that shot? And long clear out pass across it down the middle, and having a hard time controlling the basketball, but they get it back again. They're going to take that three, or are they? It is stolen by Volunteer State. Both teams a bit sluggish now. Both teams played yesterday too.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Here's a ball thrown away.
Just trying to do more than what they need to do, really.
Here comes a substitution in for Southwest. It's going to be Stallions back in. She's been there. 31-25. 6:50 left in the first half. Volunteer State looking. That's Phillips in underneath. Shot up. Missed. About a 2 or 3 footer. Maybe could have been touched, but I don't think so. Just missed. That happens. Back down front court. Penetrating. Underhanded scoop shot. No good. Out of bounds. And the young lady, instead of picking up the shot, who just bounced right in front of her, wanted to argue with the official, I think, about that she was fouled and there was no call. But it will go to Southwest, right side. It was open for a moment, and then they look away for a second, and then it is picked up by Mitchell. Mitchell with the basketball to the right side. Top of the circle, deep corner. Can they penetrate? Now they get down the lane. Floaters up there, no good. Rebound battle for, and then what's the call?
Over the back.
Foul. Will we shoot it, or we're going to take it underneath?
I believe it was.
Back into the lineup. That's going to be, is that Shelby Clay coming in? It is. Here's a wide open shot, and then they miss the easy 2-footer, but there is a push and a foul charged against Robinson, I do believe. Robinson a step slow to the basketball. Looks like she has some sort of Band-Aid or something on it to protect her nose. Perhaps an injury there for that young lady. Here's a shot at the line. The shot is up, and the shot is good by Bergen. Bergen out of Macon, Georgia. Will offer again. The bounce, the concentration, the shot. This one long, no good. Rebound, Lady Pioneers. 32-25. Cross the time mark with a right-handed dribble down with the left, penetrating to the left side, whipping it in the lane. Do they want to turn? Looking for a cutter. Can't find anybody. Now gives it. Here is the shot, and it is going to be a 3-second violation. Got in the lane, Coach Sherlin, and couldn't get out.
Yeah, she got in there, and they passed it to her, and they were doing a little weave pattern. And just stayed in there a little too long. Needed to be out off just the edge of the paint there.
Southwest taking the baseline, lowers that head, comes roaring down the lane, puts it up. That bucket's going to count, and she is fouled. Bergen to the line, an aggressive 5'11" Macon, Georgia player, and will shoot for Southwest Tennessee. 34-25, 5:39 left, and we've got into the lineup, or coming into the lineup, Bowman. Out will come Duke. Coach Lee utilizing the players that he has available, and if I'm looking correctly, He only has 2 additional players on the bench. There's 3. Little break. This time, plenty of players in underneath. VolState up, missed a shot, but the reason probably for the miss was she is pushed ever so slight from behind, losing her balance, and Shelby Clay, however, the 6-foot forward out of West Limestone, Alabama, will toe the mark and go to the line. 34-25, 5:26, shot is up, off the front of the rim, no good. Again, I've asked you this, Coach Sherlin. Tired, lack of concentration, combination thereof.
I think so.
Second push is in the air. This one is good. 34-26, anybody's ball game. I understand that VolState will be taking the road trip to Jack Daniels territory, Motlow this week.
Yeah.
Next game for the Lady Pioneers. Motlow traditionally has had, I think, some pretty good basketball teams. When you were coaching, I don't know how good they were, but
they were good.
Seen some of the better teams out of there. Not as good as the Cleveland States and some of the teams in the eastern part. Very much the eastern part. Bounce pass in underneath. VolState waiting for the cutters again. Now the turn in the lane. Little jump hook shot is very, very, very kind to Lindsay Phillip. It laid up on that part up there that you think is no man's land and it can't possibly balance, but it seemed like it stayed there forever before gravity grabbed it and said, come on through. It's good. And it's 34-28, 4:37 left in the first half of action. Now, I think I've repeated this, and I wanted to make sure everybody heard that. There is on the schedule a JV game here for the men only Thursday night. We will not be doing that broadcast according to Coach Melvin, and he said it's Bethel. I believe Bethel's junior varsity. He just wants some work time for some of the players that will not get all the time they need. And I've gotten the good news that I will share with our audience too. Young 9-year-old grandson home from the emergency room, or headed home from the emergency room too, and hopefully we'll be all right. The big test and the big exam at Vanderbilt, February the 4th. Right now, we're worried about today only. Shot is up there, no good. She follows through and kind of trips and falls, Eddie, and loses it out of bounds.
I know.
But she's going to get it back again, I believe.
Yeah, they give it back to Southwest.
Didn't see anybody close enough in a red uniform to cause that problem, but again, as we talk about it, there is a ball that's batted away and it's touched, I believe, by Bowman that time. Bowman with those long arms got a fingertip on it, flips it out of bounds, so we'll do it all over again. In underneath, we're waiting. Kimbrough, the trigger, gets it in. They're open. They give it back to Kimbrough, who comes in, takes the pass, shot short, rebound, Volunteer State. Shelby Clay. Clay gives to Parker. Parker with a left-handed dribble, lobs it in the hot spot. There's the fake, like you're faking to the lineman or the halfback coming through if you're a quarterback, and held it under the other arm and decided to put it up herself and scores. 34-30. On the wing, deep right. Penetration in the lane, bounce pass in underneath. There's a player standing wide open, and it's good by Stallings. Stallings found herself open and just powered it up. 36-30. 3:33 left. We're in the third quarter. They look for a back-cutting player, can't, have to come top of the circle. Then underneath in the lane, ball batted away. Southwest Tennessee got a hand on it, and then they throw it away. Certainly a sign of some fatigue, Coach.
Yeah, there's no doubt they're both a little bit tired from yesterday's game, but if Volunteer State can just hang in there with this,
Coach for me a little bit, 36-30. Do you just continue to pound that middle? There's a spot available. If you turn, you got the hook shot. There's a fake. She's going to put it up there. She's just a little bit short with it. Good shot by Phillips, a little bit short. Here comes Southwest down the lane. They dump it off. It is taken away, and guess who ends up with it? Phillips. into the front court. Long pass deep in the corner. Back to Phillips. He puts it up and missed. Rebound Southwest. Back up quickly. Stop? No, she's not going to stop. She's going to continue to dribble. Now she's going to set it up on the deep corner left. Back to Phillips. Can she hit it from that far? She missed everything. Rebound goes to the floor. Picked up by Volunteer State. Back over to the ball handler right now is Parker. Parker kind of running the show from the point position. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the half. 36-30. Ball State trying to whittle on this lead to the right side. They battle for the ball and they pick it up. Could that not have gone out of bounds? My goodness. Here they come again. There's contact and the official says what? No harm, no foul. It should go, if the official indication is, it should go in the direction of VolState. Just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. The official on this side, the young lady came over and said something. Well, we bounce it straight in the hands of a person just standing there. Couldn't have been a worse pass. Couldn't have been a worse pass.
I don't know. I don't know who she's looking at.
I don't either.
I don't know.
There was not a Ball State player there. Southwest player was. They have an 8-point lead. Ball State sitting deep out front. Here they start down the lane. There's a potential shot. It is up. Good play. Nice driving play by our point guard at the present time, and that is Samantha Parker. The station camp product is there, and we have at this time Haley DePriest in the lineup, the guard out of Hickman County. Toss is up and good. We had discussed this ever so briefly that I like to see these two ladies in the lineup at the same time. I think they give us much more quickness and passing ability. Here's a long shot, short, rebound, struggle. Let's jump it, ladies. Ladies.
I'd like to see those two play together more often too, to see if we can get some kind of good rhythm going with those two girls.
Not sure why that's not being used. That gives you two really quick point guards that know how to pass the ball. 1:22 left. High post, not a good pass that time. Here they come, 3-on-1 fast break. It is going to be bounced up there and good. Ball State very slow to get back on that particular play. 1:07 left in the opening half. 40-33. Here comes the penetration, and the ball is batted away from behind. It will be touched last by Southwest Tennessee. Ball State should and will have it underneath, I think, although the officials are now going to confer what could they could be conferring about. It was pretty obvious even from up here. They're having a huddle and they're going to talk about it. And what are they going to say? Is it something to do with the clock? I'm not sure, but I'm not sure about a lot of things too. So inbound pass is a bad one. Thrown away. Give it to Southwest. 40-33. Chance to take a pretty good lead here with 57 seconds left in the first half. Right side pass along the baseline. She roamed through. Shot is up there good, and she's a step quicker than what we are to the ball, and Robinson will be called for the contact foul. We make a very slow pass.
Just couldn't get there quick enough.
I don't know what that sound that you're hearing is, but it's a large roaring sound. Shot is up there, and it is good. 41-33. Things get kind of quiet in here when that went off.
Yeah.
Second toss up there, good. With a left-handed dribble. Being dogged out front. Turn, she needs some help, gets it. Now they have numbers. They bounce it underneath. Shot is up, block. Good play. Running Southwest. They have a player open. They kick it off. That is a good play. Great feed. 28 seconds left. 44-33, an 11-point advantage for the people from Western Tennessee. Deep corner left. come out of there. Top of the circle. They got one of the big people there. One of the guards lobs it underneath. It is up. That's a pretty play. Nice play. Give and go.
Yeah,
they still call it the give and go. DePriest found the cutter and found Bowman to scoring. Now underneath, shot is up, and the shot is going to count on a late whistle and be good and send Southwest to the line with 2.8 seconds left in the opening half. 46-33. On the line, excellent player in Middlebrooks. She is 6'1" out of Griffin, Georgia. I was there a week one day. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, Ball State. You got to throw it long, and you wait too long to do that. I don't think she could have thrown it that far anyway. But, ladies and gentlemen, we played a half of ladies basketball and find out that we have a 46-33 lead for Southwest over the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State. We will take 3.
Something just moved me. I was watching something on TV or something and thought it might be a good story, and
well, I hope
so that's how that got started.
I hope it all happens, and I feel like it will. I think it's a story that will be told, and certainly an interesting story, and you were the catalyst to it. Also, I would be way stupid not to say what an impact on a lady who's just passed away, Deotha Malone, who has been so much a part of all of the communities, black, white, anybody. She never met a person she didn't like, and the passing of Deotha Malone and services for her at the First Baptist Church, I understand. What a classy lady. So we miss the passing, and we recognize the impact she had on the community.
Yeah.
And as we talk about that, I look up and see the clock shows that we need to go back to work.
Okay.
In the front court, Southwest. Southwest with the basketball, top of the circle. We're in a 46-35 game. Southwest with the lead over the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State. I'm Bill Bunton. You heard that. Eddie Sherlin, Mr. Everything, is with me, Mike's side, and we're at Volunteer State in Gallatin, Tennessee, in case you're listening on the World Wide Web. Here's the pass in underneath. We had a tremendous basketball game for the men's game earlier, and we'll talk more about that when we have a chance, and we hope we have more basketball to talk to you throughout the rest of the season. In underneath, they try to work it, and it's batted away. Southwest has got speed. They race down. Here's the layup. Too hard. Missed the layup, but it is rebounded by Southwest. Ball State now back on defense. They're in a zone. Southwest working on the fringe right, leading 46-35. Long shot from the corner. Good. And that young lady, I hope she's not hurt. She's laughing a little bit. Hits a three-pointer and then lips off to the sideline. Somebody needs to see about her. She's smiling now. I hope she is all right. She hit it from deep corner and then fell against the bleachers. I'm not laughing with her. She's smiling, but it's not all that funny if she has hurt an ankle or a knee. But she's come to the sidelines, and I think it's not funny at all because she's now being attended to by the trainer, the staff trainer here at Volunteer State, working for Sumner Regional Hospital, a part of Vanderbilt. He is over to take a look, and she could be fatigued or she could be injured. We will wait and see if there's any indication as we look to our left. Right now we're going to look to the center court for the basketball game. Jumper, a long one. Missed, no good, tapped up once, but the long bounce taken away by Southwest. Down the lane, ball is lost. Ball State picks it up. They want to run a little bit. Here they come. Down the lane, it is lost again in traffic. We dribble in traffic and they come back down, and it's very sloppy at this point. Ball kicked around a little bit, and it is picked up now, turned back over Southwest to the Lady Pioneers of Volunteer State. To the right side. They don't take it. Long, dangerous pass, but there's a jump shot. It is no good. Rebounded up. Missed from 2 feet away. No good. Both clubs having a difficult time at this point. Here is the shot up and battle around. I used the expression about a pinball machine. It's bounced every way it could bounce.
Really?
I think in the past.
I don't know what's
2
happened,
minutes.
but this first
Wow.
minutes are just real sloppy.
I hope they're getting all this on tape to see how strange those really bounces were on the first minute of the third period. 49-35. Here's a long shot, no good. Rebound taken away Southwest. They have a 3-on-2 break and decide to hold it up. Then the ball is stolen again by the Lady Pioneers. 2-on-2. They turn, they spin, they throw it up there. It is no good, but contact has been made and a foul will be called. It just remains to be seen who the foul will be called on. I believe the foul is going to be charged against Erica Dean, but time is called. It's pretty good that both coaches want to take time and say, what in the world is happening here?
I don't know what
kicked it around. We've missed it. We've lost it every way you can. We've missed a 2-footer. We missed a 3-footer. We missed a long jump shot. And now as I talk about that, somebody's maybe not wanting to hear me with all this huge roaring sound throughout the gymnasium at the T. Wesley Pickle Fieldhouse. 49-35. 7-10. Left third quarter. Both coaches kind of exchanged glances and smile from them as saying, this is not happening. It can't be this sloppy of a play as we come out of the timeout and the halftime, and we're going to do it again. So let's break it out. We've got two fine teams here. We want to see them play that way. On the line, shot is up, shot is good. So we're breaking the jinx as we talk about that, as Phillips is at the line shooting for Volunteer State. Up, shot, good. That was almost another mistake because I thought one of the players, Mitchell, was going to get in the lane. Here comes Southwest, 49-37. Deep corner down the lane. Shot is up and partially blocked. It's blocked, rebound, taken away, VolState. They slow it down. Now they underhand it and get it to their fine point guard into Priest. The Priest goes to a wing, gives it up to Phillips. Phillips gets it underneath. Shot is up there. It is blocked as the great athletic ability of Southwest shows through. And the person, I believe, that was Middlebrooks that got the hand on the ball. Now it's top of the circle by Mitchell. Right side, they work around it. VolState standing back in that zone saying, shoot me out of it, and they do. Shot is off, hard right, rebounded Lady Pioneers. Up across the time mark with a right-handed dribble. Here comes Lindsey Phillips. Phillips looks, two-handed pass over on the deep left side, back to Phillips. Phillips sets it up, goes in the corner, in underneath. Shot is up, and the shot is no good. But a foul has been charged against Bergen. Jasmine Bergen of Macon, Georgia. And I think the young lady who is the coach of Southwestern Tennessee says, I've seen enough. She looks like she's bringing a lot of substitutes on. I see 4. Maybe more, but I can see at least 4. No, an entire new team coming on. Enough is enough, apparently. They're all good athletes, and on they come. So let's see what this squad will do. A complete new team.
Maybe they'll have a little more energy than what she's wanting out of the first 5.
49-38. However, Coach Lee doesn't have enough players to do that too. No. So the shot is up there with the left hand and good for Volunteer State. That was Duke who put that one through. It's 49-39. Now the ball is stolen away. Racing into the front court. There's going to be pressure. There's going to be an underhanded shot, and it's going to be a foul call. Will it be against a charge against VolState? Wow. Coach Lee is coming out saying, how could that possibly be when we're going and they're running step by step? I don't know that he's saying that, but he is over certainly having his say to the official who is talking back to him. I don't know that officials do that. Here comes a trainer again to the sideline. He's been busy the last 5 minutes. They're going to help this young lady off. That's Love out of Bartlett, Tennessee, is being helped to the sidelines, or been escorted to the sidelines, perhaps a better expression, by our trainer. 49-39. Here comes Southwest. Up across the time mark finally. Right-handed dribble driving all the way. She's just going to take it all the way down, and that's going to be a block. Now, a question. She lowers her head, fires her way through. Same basic play that happened on the other end.
Yeah, it should have been a charge, but, you know, they see it different ways.
Different officials see it different ways.
But
that's Johnson at the line. Johnson shot off left, no good.
When you lower that shoulder, it should be automatic charge, but
when you drop your shoulder,
it's just not.
Johnson's going to do it again. She's a freshman out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. Second shot up there, no good. Rebound, Volunteer State Community College. Into the front court they will look. Here's Phillips with a right-handed dribble. Phillips changes, goes to the left, goes right side. They look for a pass that could be dangerous the way they're looking. Now they bring one of the point guards back out. That's DePriest. DePriest goes. She's being dogged. Backs back out of there on a wing. Makes a dangerous pass to the right. Here's a shot. Desperation shot is up. No good. Rebound. Everybody got their hands on it. They go for it, and it is going to be touched by a hustling Volunteer State team. 49-39. When's the last time somebody scored? I don't remember what. I wrote down the score at halftime, and I'm sorry and embarrassed to say I didn't keep that. 49-39, 5:07 left in the third quarter. Here comes, there's a shot. A running floater up and good by Kimbrough. Long, dangerous pass into the front court. They've got a 3-on-2 break. It is lobbed underneath. Shot is up, and it's good. And there is contact and a foul, I'm sure. That bucket's going to go. Yes, it is good. And Vol State will stroll to the line. And shooting for Volunteer State Community College, Kendra Duke, the 6-foot Station Camp product. Back on comes Bowman, and out will come Clay. 51-41, 4:48 left, third period. Kind of deathly quiet in here now. You can hear the sound of the ball being dribbled, and the bounce is the largest thing at that time. No chatter with the players, no screaming by the coaches. A rare whistle. Here comes Southwest. Have an open shot. Will they take it? Yes, they will. Will it bound out of there? No good. Rebound, Volunteer State. Volunteer State again into the front court. Looking to the left side, bouncing it underneath. The turn, they kick it deep corner. Shot is in the air. Shot good! Long three-pointer that time hit by Kaylee DePriest. DePriest hits it, the 5'2" guard out of Hickman County. She's a shooter. 51-45. Southwest wanted to drive. Ball batted away, picked up long, and back in the hands of the initial person who started that play. Shot to the left side, no good. Kicked out long, and it is grabbed long on a long bounce. Corner, down, contact, no call, shot up, good. Good shot that time by Johnson it is, out of Memphis, Tennessee. Here's Vol State rushing it into the front court. They've got a 3-0 fast break and have to slow it back down. Over to the right side. Shot is up, and the shot is no good. We struggle for the rebound. Out of there with it, Southwest. All the way down, running, shot up, shot no good, rebound again. There's a fight for the ball, and they go down, and it comes out. Finally picked up by Ball State. Almost a comedy of errors on watching that ball bound around and a bunch of hands on it. And here's the bump and run. I've seen defensive backs not have that much pressure on the receivers coming out of there, but it happened. Maybe that's a sign with that noise for me to stop saying things like that. 53-45. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Southwest with the lead. With the basketball, Volunteer State. Now at midcourt, taking her time. That's DePriest. DePriest has it batted away, and then DePriest gets back in. It should be and will be a jump ball. The indications are it will belong to Volunteer State. Now, Volunteer State using Parker and DePriest. We told them we liked that look. Not that we have anything to do with it. With the two smaller guards, here's a long pass underneath, not a good one. A little bit too high to be handled. Picked up by Southwest. They roar into the front court. That person is wide open. Misses the wide open shot. Rebound taken away. Lady Pioneers. 2:35 left third quarter. 53-45. Penetration, the lob. Spinning in the lane, up and good. With the offhand, Kendra Duke, the power forward, puts it up and makes it 53-47 Southwest. Deep corner right. Now the penetration, back to the corner, back to the wing, back to the corner, top of the circle. Thought about it for a moment, now decides to put it down, blocked away. Ball State has it. They have numbers. Do they want to run? They're going to slow down and wait for everybody else to come on. Now they're going to go down for a wide open layup. Missed. Rebound snatched away. Ball State. Good play. Top of the circle. Here's a shot underneath. No, can't get it away. Ball is deflected. And ladies, we're going to jump it, and the ball will belong to Southwest Tennessee. Entering the lineup, here comes Robinson back on. Out will come for a breather, DePriest. Haley DePriest comes walking on the sidelines, rubbing a knee, maybe slightly injured. She goes off the bench and then comes back like she's very, very, very fatigued. She's talking to the trainer, and perhaps she's more than fatigued. But on the line, as we tell you about that, trying to watch her to see if she was injured. 53-47, toss up there, and good. We'll do it again for Southwest Tennessee. Bergen has a pretty shot. Here it's up. This one is up and good. 55-47. Here's pressure, lots of pressure. Ball State gets it. They have it open, and they have the shot up and missed it. Had an open shot, but they steal it back again. It was taken by Southwest and then stolen again, and then there is a pass that is going to the floor and back up. Penetration, floater up there, just no good. Rebound, Southwest. Southwest kicks it down. 2-on-1 fast break. Shot is up there on the layup. Is good. 57-47. A minute to go in the third quarter. Here's the pressure by Southwest. Ball State with it, rushing to get it across half court. They do. In the corner. Not going to take it. Somebody calling for it at the top of the circle. Not so. Deep corner left. In underneath, and then there is a hold charge to Mitchell, I do believe. I think Mitchell is guilty of holding on the cut. 57-47, 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball State will send to the line Kendra Duke. Duke will offer, I think, 1-and-1. This is a young lady that you told me about, the shooting drill with the one hand behind them, behind her. In case you missed it last night, she puts her right hand behind her, dribbles it with the right hand, and then switches over to the left hand, puts the right hand behind her back. Coach Sherlin tells me that's for, I guess, balance. Second one, two is good. 37 seconds. In underneath. There's an open play, and just from point blank range, I keep saying that, but it's missed. Rebound, Volunteer State. Ooh, almost thrown away. 23 seconds left, 57-49, and is thrown away. The young lady comes down, they have a break, and they miss it again from layup range, and ball batted around and out of bounds with 11 seconds to go in the third. Eddie, I hate to say this. I really, really hate to say this, but this is about as sloppy of play as I've seen. And I don't know the reason, because we have two good teams.
I don't know the reason either, but They're really just
Not into it.
just not into it, going up and down the floor, just throwing the ball away, bad passes. It's just a lack of concentration.
And you can tell the body language on both teams that something is not clicking exactly right. I'm not sure what it is. Shot is up there. Shot is good this time by, I think, Bowman. It is Bowman. Is it Bowman? No, it's not going to be Bowman. It's going to be Parker. Parker, the little 5'6" station camp guard, gets both of them. 57-50.
They're keeping
8 seconds
VolState in the game, though, by throwing the ball away. So
here comes the drive. Here comes a shot blocked, and believe it or not, folks, we've played 3. Or we've been out there for 3. To say they played 3 might be pushing it a little bit. I'm going to take a break, then I want you to think about this for a moment. When you see young ladies or young men read the body language and you see that they're not really into it, a lot of things could be going through their minds that we don't know about, but we'll ask you to comment that in a moment. Right now, for our stations, let's take one 30-second break. We'll be back with more basketball after this one 30-second message. Are we going to have time to see any football tonight? What time you got?
10 after 5.
5 o'clock. Denver comes on at right. Denver comes on at 7.
They do. Oh, we need to watch that. Well, it's just. I think both teams are just wore out.
Do what?
I think both teams are just wore out. They're just tired. They're just.
I think it's here.
I mean, you got to be mentally strong to want to play.
Thank you very much. And again, let me say what an outstanding job the people at the radio station, the chief man Howard, and also the employees who have worked with us while we broadcast these ball games. No, that's not an easy thing to do, working the controls and the boards, and we do appreciate your effort and your work on your fine radio station. For the people listening, if you have comments to make, we would appreciate it. Good, bad, or indifferent, we would appreciate any kind of comments you would tell the station personnel about our broadcast. Here is a shot that is no good by the Lady Pioneers, and then there's a rebound and a shot or a ball thrown away length of the floor all the way down to the other end, so it will go back to the Lady Pioneers. Here they come up across the time mark, very deliberate, and just simply throw it away. They look for a cutter to go left. It went right, and we're going to have a substitution. Out will come for Volunteer State. Out will come Robinson. In will come Phillips. We have 9 minutes and 35 seconds left. 57-51 Southwest. Ball, again, a pass that maybe shouldn't have been made, intercepted by Volunteer State. Coach Sherlin said they're keeping them in the game. They're right. There's a long three-pointer tip, no good. 3-on-2 fast break by Southwest. Layup this time is going to be good. Finally, somebody hits a shot.
Yeah, don't need that to happen. We got to get back on defense a little quicker.
59-51 into the front court. VolState to the left side. Looking underneath for the cutter, and it's batted away. Now that's a good defensive play because Middlebrooks jumped in front and fronted her and batted the ball away. A sparkling maneuver that we haven't seen, quite honestly, in a couple of plays. Here's an open shot to get it underneath. There's a good play. Nice give and go, and the bucket is up and good by Duke. And a nice feed by Phillips, I might add. 59-53. 8:39 left in this game. It'll be a couple of weeks, and we'll make you aware of that when we're invited back, if we ever are. Shot, they didn't take it. Deep deep side right, way out on the wing, about as far as you can go without being out of bounds, and they throw it up from there. Rebound, Volunteer State, and there is contact. Whistle sounds, foul call. The rebound was by Bowman, and at 6'2", got the ball up, moved it around a little bit so nobody could get it. There's contact as they're grabbing at the ball, and now Ball State must get it across the court. 4 people to get it against the 2. Here's the pass. Going deep in the corner, pass thrown away. They went deep corner left. They posted up that time, Duke, and the pass just a little too much for Duke to handle for some reason. Here comes Southwest. Shot is up, it is blocked, but they're going to call, I believe, Duke this time for hacking on the cut. 7:51 left. The officials talking about it. Whispering. I don't know what the whisper's about, but whispering to each other, getting close and whispering in the ear, and we're going to say, what's the call? Coming to the sidelines. Now, what you're a coach, what could he be possibly coming to the sidelines and talking about to the scorekeeper? At the line, shooting, shot is up, good. There's one from the free throw strike. Sending that one home, Stennis. Stennis with the dribble. Southwest with the lead. Second one is up there. She hit both of them, and now we're going to call a player back on, and on comes DePriest. DePriest comes in for Volunteer State. Full court pressure. Maybe to throw a little more excitement into the game. Almost thrown away. There's contact. There's contact. Ball stolen away. There's a dribble. There's a shot up and good. There was contact, not called. Obviously, heavy contact called.
They've got to get.
Here comes the pressure again. They got hands all over her, and I'm not sure. Coach Lee is going over there and talking to the officials, saying, you know, what is the deal? And there's just no calls being made.
No calls being made, but Volunteer State needs to break the press better. They're not getting lined up quick enough. They're having to try to rush the ball down the floor. Just here again, I think fatigue has a lot to do with it. But you got to be able to break the press, or they're going to be having a lot of trouble getting it up the floor. So.
63-53, 7:20 left in the game. Coach Lee off to the right, drawing up the patterns. To be honest, they don't have great numbers. 8 people, dressing 8 people, that's got to be tough. And again, coming back, they played yesterday. In the last couple of weeks, they played, 4 times? So perhaps they are a bit fatigued.
Yeah, I believe they are. It's hard to play with 8 players, even though a lot of times you only play 8 players. You may have 15 on the team, but
even practicing has to be tough.
In 2 days, at least you could have had some other people coming in and relieving a little bit. But these girls have had to play most of the minutes, and it's just hard to do unless you're in really, really good shape.
Here's pressure, and there is no foul called and walking called against Volunteer State. She was kind of blindsided. Took the high pass. The minute she turned around, we used to call them a little crow hop there that she took, but she had no place to land, catch the ball and do it. Here comes she rebounded her own shot. I thought that was illegal. Picked up, and then there's a lot of contact. And no call. It will belong to Southwest. 7 minutes left in the game, 63-53. Still just 10 points.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're looking at 3 or 4 shots and you're in it. Sure. Ball State on defense. Staying in that zone. Deep corner. The dribble out of there. And now they're just going to lower that shoulder and force their way in. It's partially blocked. They fight for it. Ball State picks it up. Can they get it across? They do. Up across the time mark. They had 2 players back and nobody back for Southwest. Didn't see them in time. dribbling the ball way out front here where nothing can happen. Along the baseline, they look to lob it underneath. They can't. Long cross-court pass. In underneath, shot is up. Good! Ball State scores.
That's a good play from the top of the key down to the post.
Yes.
If you swing the ball quick enough, you can certainly find an open player.
Duke scores and quickly back down. Now they're going to say somebody grabbed or pushed or whatever as we come back down for Southwest. Substitutions coming on. Here comes Cartwright in. I believe Cartwright, the first time she's played tonight. I'm not sure. Maybe she played early, started early. And also coming on, Shelby Clay coming back in. 63-55. 6-13. Southwest will trigger it in. They're in the corner deep right now on a wing back just right of the key. Here's the shot up and missing. Rebound is long, taken by Volunteer State. Across the time mark to the right side. Volunteer State working, looking underneath. They take it to the top of the post on the corner deep left, in underneath, ball batted away, and they say it's out of bounds, and they say touch last by VolState. 5:43, 63-55. Boy, you missed an earlier game if you missed it on radio or here in person, seeing a tremendous ball game between Southwest Tennessee and Volunteer State. Down we come. Shot is up there and good for Southwest. And a foul has been called. Going to the line, power maneuver by Stennis was good. And she'll try for the three-point play. Southwest dropping two people back, one at half court and one all the way back. Here's the toss is up. This one is good. And the lead is extended to 66-55. It's almost like VolState can't take five people and get it up the court. There's a long pass into the front court now. They have a player open. Will they take that shot? They do. It is up and it is good. Little 7 or 8 foot jump shot. They got it across in time and scored 66-57. Cut the lead to single digit. Did not take the pass for Southwest. 5:13 left. They go back. They bounce and go back out of there and say, let's take another look at it. They look for a back cutting play on the left. It's not there. High post taken at the line, down the lane. Kick back out to the left of the key. Long shot is in the air and good. That's a deadly three-pointer right there. That hurt.
That was a beautiful shot.
And hurt.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
VolState long pass down. They get it into the front court. Here they come to the right side. Player is open. Shot is in the air. Shot is off. No good. Fight for the rebound. VolState got it. Top of the circle. Back cutting play. Here comes the shot. Nice little fake. Up. Good feed. Really good feed that time by Phillips to the cutter that time. Parker. Good. 69-59. To the right side, deep in the corner, wanted to shoot it, decides to back out of there, does. Rebound, Volunteer State. Lady Pioneers with it. They kick it over to the right side, into the front court. Here will come with a dribble. Slowing it down now, Parker. Parker goes to the left, spins top of the circle, bounces back out of there, looks for some help, still dribbling. Two-handed pass goes to the right side. They want to work it underneath, can't. It's kind of jumbled into there. Here comes a long pass underneath. It is up, missed. Rebound up again, good! VolState bangs it twice, and this time it is Shelby Clay who gets the miss and pounds it back home and will go to the line. 69-61, 3:52 left in this game.
They're hanging in there, and if they could get some stops on the defensive end, they could get back in this game. But it's just the
ladies look fatigued. Yep. Shot up, no good. Rebound. VolState got their hands on it. Did they get the ball? No. They say it's out of bounds, and it will be touched by whom? I don't understand the indication who it's against.
I think it's against Southwest, and I think she was out of bounds when she touched the ball.
All right. Well, that's nice to have a coach up here that can correct me on anything like that. 69-61. Thank you. That's Eddie Sherlin to the right, helping me understand some of these plays. And I'm Bill Bunton. It has been a long afternoon because of an exciting men's contest, and now watching the ladies struggle here to see who's going to pull this one away at the end of the game. Again, VolState, I know, will take to the road, and they'll be going to Motlow at Motlow. So we'll see what takes place there. We understand from Coach Melvin when he stormed out of here that Motlow had one of the better men's teams in the conference too. So we shall see.
Well, every time you talk to Coach Melvin, the other teams
the best, depending on who they play next. Yeah.
So well, you never know. I'm sure they do.
They have in the past, Coach. You coached in the league. I told you back, but years and years and years ago, the two power women teams were Ball State and Cleveland State. And various men's teams from time to time. I know that here we had a period of 3 or 4 championship teams. As a matter of fact, one national championship came out of this school. So there has been occasions for that to happen. Here's the pattern. There's the open play. There's the open shot. Missed, but the reason it's probably missed, she was fouled. Now all of a sudden the folks down to the left say, we don't believe that call either. And the people to my left are from Southwest. On the line, shooting 24, Kendra Duke. Station Camp High School. Stops and pops. Short.
Hard to believe there's only been 3 fouls called on both teams in the second half.
69-61. We're laughing just out to keep from crying, I guess. Second toss up there. She missed both of them. Rebound, however, VolState on the wing. Long cross court. Now she had an open shot, didn't take it, passed it the length of the court over there, and it's batted away by a hustling player from Southwest. 69-61. Inbound pass, Lady Pioneers. They look to get it underneath. They go wing right, bounce pass on the baseline, the turn, and then in the middle, they want to force it in, and then the ball is batted away and then just thrown away. Here comes racing down, double dribble, no call made, and it is touched at the last moment by a hustling Volunteer State player, that being Lindsey Phillips. 69-61, 3:31. Lady basketball here after a bang-up, big-time, big-scoring men's game. Won by the way, Southwest Tennessee. Looking, shooting, no good. Rebound, VolState. VolState now has numbers. Will they want to push it? I don't think so. Now they slow down, wait for players to come on across. 3 minutes to go. Trailing by 8. Ball taken away, and one of the players taken down. It just depends. It was a collision. It depends on who it's going to be called against. It's going to be called against
Samantha Parker.
Samantha Parker. Even though they were both going for the ball, Samantha is now limping. The young lady from Station Camp saying it hurts. Wing right. Foul line extended, bounce pass to the left side. Do they want to take it in? They don't want to get it top of the circle, but they want to hold it. Here they start down the lane. Shot is up there. Shot is no good. Rebound, Volunteer State. And then struggle far. Picked up long. It's like who wants to have the ball first? I don't know that I've seen anything like this. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone.
I don't know what's going on, actually. I don't.
2:25.
They're not looking where they're passing.
No.
They don't see anybody from the other team.
And I'm pulling hard for Volunteer State to pull this one off. I'm a homer.
Me too. I mean,
and I don't know. It's like I'm looking at something.
They won't give themselves a chance because they're throwing the ball away too much.
Stennis looks, Pushes, got it. Southwest will shoot again. Entering the lineup, Stallings again. Out comes Cartwright for the Lady Pioneers. A free throw here just about will do things.
Yeah.
Second push is up there. This one is good. It's a 10-point lead. Here comes the press. Ball State's got two people back there, just one guarding. But there's a long pass and it's batted away, and they say it's touched by the people in the white uniforms from West Tennessee, and will go to the Lady Pioneers. They look underneath, top of the circle. Now they lob it over. It passes up and good. That's a nice play. High-low game work from Robinson to Duke. 71-61, but there's only 2 minutes to go. Southwest started in, pull back out. They jump it long. That could have been the one that hurt. It was up and good and through, and time has been called by Southwest. Southwest Tennessee women's basketball team now with a 73-63 lead with only 1:54 remaining in the game. Again, we'll tell you, for fans of the local team here in Gallatin, Tennessee, they go on the road to Motlow. And as Coach Sherlin said, Coach Melvin tells us they're fine, one of the finest teams around, and I don't have any doubt that they are too. So if they're better than this Southwest team we saw today. But Coach Melvin did a good job of coaching today.
Absolutely.
The team did an excellent job, played with enthusiasm and fire against a very big athletic team, and then we catch the women's game.
Well, I've seen the two games that the men have played. I mean, they look like they can compete with anybody.
Yes, yes. Very impressive.
You know, they really impressed me, and I believe they'll be in any game anywhere. So Motlow better look out for Volunteer State also.
Okay. Full court pressure.
We got to get it down quickly and score, and then we're going to have to foul.
Ball State just loses it again, picked up again, and then a whistle sounds. I don't know how the ball was lost. One dribble, and it just kind of got away from the player, and then it's picked up by Ball State, and then there is contact. Ball State will have it on the side left. Inbound pass, take it away. Time ticking now with only 1:43. Looking for a backdoor cut, can't find one. Top of the circle. Somebody's got to put it up. There it is, the underhanded shot. It won't go. There's a struggle for the ball, and Ball State has it. Here's the jumper up, short. Rebound again, Ball State. Down the lane, shot up again, no good again. That's three shot. They rebounded again, and 1:17 left, and now the ball is just lost. Just slipped out of her hands.
3 chances and didn't get
all within what? 5 or feet.
Now it's
5 or 6 feet. Here's a good hustle play by the Volunteer State Pioneers trying to get it, and then there is a whistle and a foul called on Lindsey Phillips. Phillips out of Jackson County, guilty of the foul. 73-63, a minute to go. Warm up the bus, get the burgers and the Cokes, and hit the road. It's happened for both of us a few times.
Yes, it has.
Here's a shot up there. It's good. Now a nice cushion. 74-63. Back on comes Samantha Parker. Out limps, however, Cartwright.
The good part about a long drive is if you win the ball game, it's a lot better than losing and having to ride 4 hours.
Indeed. Underneath, shot blocked, foul, none. Off the hands of a very good defensive player, and that is going to be Bergen. Bergen kind of forced her out of the line and then batted it away, and it's off Bergen's hands. Ball State inbounds. Tries to put it up, can't. They do now. Shot is up there. Good. I thought that thing was going to balance at the last minute. 75-65, less than a minute to go, and there's contact, there's a foul, and I do mean a foul this time. Number 30, Lindsey Phillips, out of Jackson County, Tennessee. 75, 65, 36.5. Looks up on that board. Some of the people starting to finally give up and say we're leaving.
You know,
beating the rush.
Southwest got out about 10 early in the game, and it's been that way ever through the whole game. We never could really overcome that deficit.
Nope. First shot is up there, and it is good. Monday, being a day of recognition for Martin Luther King, will be a day off of work for many. Second toss is up and good. Into the front court. You got to shoot it. You're down. There's a lob pass in. There's a power move up. Good. 30 seconds
is really good for.
Yeah, 77, 67. Here's the pressure, and VolState steals it. But you got to score it. You got to throw it up. There's one from about 30 feet. Good! Holy smokes, where have you been? Samantha Parker hit it from, as they say, downtown, Coach.
She sure did. That was a great shot. And she's known for shooting some long threes.
Well, she was on target that time.
Good. We just needed a bunch of those.
Yes, we did.
Instead of right here at the end. But I mean,
77-70, 18 seconds left. Coach Lee still coaching. That's what good coaches will do. They coach to the very end for the last second. Okay. Official coming over saying, breaking it up, you're down to your last timeout. And I don't think that's an issue.
They'll have to foul real quick and see if they can.
7 points. It will be tough.
And fire up another three, and I don't know. It's going to be.
Into the court. Ball comes in. There's a quick foul. That's going to be called an intentional foul, I'm sure, Coach, right? If you grab them.
Should be. I mean, you can't grab them. You know, should be going for the ball. And
got to make an attempt for the ball.
Sure do.
To the line, looking very confident as tennis. She's been pretty nice at the line. Looks, spins. Everybody's back for Southwest. Tosses up there and off. No good. 77-70. 17.1. The look, the deliberate, the dip, the shot, good. 78-70. Quickly into the front court. Need one of those 30-footers again, too. Got to get it up. Look, here's a shot. It is going to be off the rim. No good. Rebound, Southwest. Southwest is pushed. Not Southwest being pushed. It's Stennis is being pushed. She plays for Southwest, as you might know. And there's a leisurely stroll. No hurry whatsoever to get on down for the last 4 seconds.
4.2. It was. I mean, they played as hard as they could. They were just a little tired today.
Back-to-back days. Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. Shot is up there, and yes. Yep. 79. And she misses on the attempt for the 80th. To half court. Here's a push from half court. No good. Folks, we ended up 79-70, a loss.
Yep.
So, it's been interesting. Let's take 1 30-second break, wrap it up, and we'll go. For the station, 1 30-second break. We'll wrap the whole thing up.
Oh, man. That was hard to watch. That was hard to watch. That one was.
We didn't have two people lifting. No, nothing. Zip.